boxes. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9, Episode 8. The kids are alright. Okay, so please be sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. And if you guys are watching my channel, if it does not say Chat with Dre on a search engine, then it's not me. People been stealing my videos. I can't control it. But if you want the original person that's giving you the content, make sure it says Chat with Dre. Okay, so we're going to just get right into this interview. I said this interview. Oh my goodness. My mind is somewhere else. Forgive me. Let's get into this review. So it starts off where it left off at, where we have Scrap, Cheyenne, we have Kiyomi, and we have Shooter. They were about to tussle. They were going at each other, but security, was preventing it from going down. But I really think if security wasn't there, they would have got it going on. Okay, I'm surprised. I was just waiting for one of their boobs to pop out, because it's like they both had like these, tops that didn't look like that they was all that secure, and they bouncing around and doing this. I'm like, oh my god, one of their boobs pop out, I'm gonna be no more good. But it didn't. They didn't have a nip slip. So Kiyomi, as they were driving off, because after the security guard was able to de-escalate and get them in the, get Kiyomi in the car, and then Scrap got Cheyenne in the car. Kiyomi, you can hear her cursing Scooter out in the car. And then you hear Cheyenne, we actually see Cheyenne and Scrap talking, and she was kind of getting a little annoyed. Scrap was like, listen, what else do you want? He was like, he let you know what it is. He came to the event, I guess he was talking about a Young Jock place, with the young lady. He came again here with the young lady. What more closure do you need? It is what it is. Like, so, because she was saying, Cheyenne was saying to Scrap that she came near for closure. He was like, it's no more closure. He already made his choice. Like, what you gonna do about it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Scrap over it. Like, he was like, technically you didn't lie. You didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? So that's that man nigga mentality or whatever. Like, he's not gonna be able to sympathize with her the way she want him to sympathize with her, because he's a nigga, and he do the same thing to chicks. You see what I'm saying? He just trying to keep her to be on her, don't let them see you sweat type of time. But he can't really console her in the way that she looking for it. You know what I mean? So Cheyenne gonna have to, she gonna have to chalk that up a little bit. So she said she over Shooter, she off of that. But she said when she sees Kiyomi is on and popping, listen. But you say, Cheyenne, I hope you are over there. You know what I'm saying? He done made you look crazy on screen, not once but twice, okay? It's time to move on from that situation. You could do way better than him anyway. And then Shooter had the nerve to say in his confessional, talking about he take a little bit some responsibility for it, but she gotta take some responsibility for it too, because she took a break. Come on now. No, she don't have to take responsibility for it. She took a break, because when she came back to you should have said, like, listen, I'm in an open relationship with someone else. If you want to still deal with me, then you can. But this is what's going on in my life at the moment. You didn't tell her that. So I don't feel as though she to blame for anything. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. You should have been mean enough to come and tell her what needed to be said, and you wasn't. So this is on you. This is on you. That's all I got to say with you. Okay, so now we have, Mimi is in her confessional. She was saying that when Rashida had invited them out to this trip, she just thought it was going to be like fun, with the girls. He was like, and it was all but that. Like, it was a bunch of, childish behavior, bickering, and it was just a whole shit show. But she said, it all was, and, worked out for the best, because they all was smiling and getting along, and, for when they were leaving, the house, which was a good thing. So Bambi, she said she refused to ride on the bus with them hoes. She was like, she ain't doing it. She was like, and then she's going to take the time the plan, the reveal, so she could be able to break it to her husband that she's pregnant. So I guess she's gonna kind of brainstorm that on her way home. So that was good to see. Shekinah left too. She didn't leave. Oh, cause Shekinah left, but she drove up there herself, so she left on her own. So she didn't. She drove back because she drove up there. So we had Spice and Sierra and Mimi and the rest of the girls on a minus Bambi on the bus. Bambi might have rode home with Shekinah, to be quite honest, but they didn't show that part. So anyway, they were talking, just saying how, they had a good time and how they hope that Bambi's okay. And, because she was, the pregnant one, and they all was the ones having all these other different emotions, and Bambi was the pregnant one. So Spice will sit up there and say, shit, look, it felt like we all pregnant, the way they was all carrying on. And she ain't lied. They were tripping this last episode. They were. This trip was a whole shit show. So anyway, Carly Red had asked Sierra, had she talked to BK. So she said, yeah, he basically saying, oh, the girl got in his space, and he just asked her to move away, pushed it away, So Sierra, so they were joking because Carly Red was like, oh, what he has fans. She was like, oh, do he even have fans? And they started laughing like, hell no, he ain't got no goddamn fans. Don't nobody know who no goddamn BK is. Come on. So Sierra was saying how she not worrying about BK. She was like, he been doing shicey stuff all along. She was like, she gonna worry about what's important. That's her family. And she said she's gonna throw her daughter a Sweet 15 party. I guess because, she was going through everything that she went through in school and things like that. So she want to do something special for it. And I'm all here for that. I don't see nothing wrong in trying to make your kids feel like they're special, because they are. So I think that's a good look. But Sierra, I'm gonna need you to stop. Maybe in that moment you thought you wasn't, gonna deal with BK, again, but we all know you with him. So it's kind of hard to watch, because when I see the Instagram, I already know y'all booed up, quarantined together. So I'm like, she kind of irritated me with all this talk, knowing that she went right back to his ass. But you know how we women do sometimes. So I ain't going to judge it too much. I ain't going to do it. So moving on from that, now we have Kirk and Rashida. They on their way to go get Kirk's son out of jail. Because like we all learned, I guess, last episode, even the first episode, the episode before that his son was, locked up. He was pulled over, and the cops found the gun, allegedly found the gun and some marijuana in the car. So he was, was fighting that charge. Now, they initially didn't have him with a bail, but Kirk said in this scene that, with going back with the lawyer and the lawyer going back and forth with the DA, the DA allowed him to come get out on bail before he go, to his court case. So they were able to pay the bail, and they were, bailing him out. And listen, Rashida standing by him, thick and thin. We all know what they were going last season. And was it last season or a season before with, the side baby? But it seemed like Rashida, she going hard with them. They seem like they in a better spot. I don't know if Kirk learned his lesson. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I ain't even gonna go into that. He, like Kirk said that he wanted his son, to hurry up and get home so he can, be with his kids. I guess he got a couple kids. And Kirk said, to look at his son's eyes, he seen that hurt. He was like, he never want to see that again. He never going to forget, that look in his face. And I'm like, damn, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? It do hurt when your child is hurt and it ain't nothing you really can do at that moment. So as a parent, that breaks you up. So in that moment, I felt for Kirk. And I ain't a big fan of him, all that cheating and stuff he been doing on Rashida. But she like it, I love it, okay? But I did sympathize him in that moment when he was talking about his son. Because, listen, I got my own kids and I wouldn't want, that to happen to them. So, that's all I got for that scene. Let's see what else going on. Okay, so now we at the scene where Bambi, she's with Scrappy. They got the 2 children there. The one by Erica. What's his daughter's name? It'll come to me. Imani and Baby Breland. They're at like the medieval times castle where they do like go back in time basically and do like reenactments of things in that era. And I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of cute. I've been to one of those things before, and they are a lot of fun, and they do kind of take you all the way back to like if you were in those, Game of Thrones type times or whatever. So it was kind of cool. So she planned this whole like reveal where they called Scrappy and Bambi up. Bambi knew what was going on, but Scrappy ain't know what the hell was going on. So Bambi they called them the prince and princess of the castle, and Scrappy was like, well, he was like, I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of weird. He was like, but it's good they acknowledging me as the prince, as the prince, because Momma Dee, that's my prince. I'm the queen, and he my prince. Oh gosh, so that was like perfect theme for their asses. So they had revealed that Bambi is pregnant. So Bambi didn't know how Scrappy was going to react from it, but Scrappy was, pretty excited. So in his professional, he was like, listen, I know she been, acting different and things been changing. He was like, but I had no idea that she was pregnant. So he was excited. So he asked, Imani and Baby Breland, were they happy, they were having like a sibling. And Imani was like, yeah, she was like, she want a boy. And little Breland could care less. He did not give 2 flying craps about it. He ain't know what was going on anyway. I just thought that was a little cute moment between them. So Bambi did reveal that she was happy that Scrappy was excited about it. She was like, and it was like a relief because she had already slipped and told her mom that she was pregnant. Now she should, like, I know she wanted to get it out there, but the girls already knew. It's bad enough that they knew, but they knew by like accident because y'all all took the pregnancy test. You should have held that information in until you talk to your husband first. And then that's when the moms and other people should have known. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Bambi should have slipped and told them because they could have went all the way left. So they haven't told Momma Dee yet. And Bambi didn't want to include them all in the reveal because of the obituary fiasco. And I completely understand as to why she ain't do it. But, all is well. Like I said, Scrappy is happy, and that's all that matter in her eyes. The father of her child is happy, so they're happy, and congratulations to them both. So moving on from that, now we have, Rashida and Kirk. They're at the restaurant, and now Kirk's son, Kirk Jr., is out of jail. So they both want to talk to him and their son together, the oldest one, I forgot his name. They want to talk to them together. Kai. They want to talk to them together and let him know, like, you are lucky that you got out of that with your life. Because one little thing can cost y'all your life. And like they explained to him, by it being that y'all have a name, whether y'all want it or not, y'all have a name, they are kind of, a wealthy family. You guys have targets on your back, so y'all have to move way smarter than the average person. And Kirk's son was like, it kind of hurt him when he had to talk to his kids, and they asking him where daddy's at. He had to lie and things like that. And Kirk said, I know that hurt you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but y'all got to, move different because, it's a lot of, black people that's not making it home. People are dying. You know what I'm saying? So one little wrong move can cost you everything, and y'all gotta fly straight with that. And they both seem like they, sunk in with them. And I, as much as I don't like Kirk and Rashida's storyline sometimes, I really do like the fact that they got on camera and talked about that and was really being transparent about the situation with our young black youth getting gunned down by police and things like that. I thought that was a real important conversation to have. I hope that it, reached a lot of, impressionable young people, and not even so much young people, just impressionable, black men, period, and able to like sink in a little bit, because one person that, it clicks with, that can just be one saved lives. And it's important to use your platform to try, to talk positivity and raise awareness to certain things. So I did like the fact that they did that. I did. Woo, child. Moving on from there, then we got Sierra. She's at the house with Tiffany Fox. They getting, her daughter 15 birthday, party bags and things together. It's a Parisian theme. And Tiffany Fox, I don't know you guys know who she is, but she was actually signed to Little Kim. And she's a rapper, or wannabe rapper. I don't know how far she got with it, but she actually is good friends with Lil Kim, and she actually was signed to her. I don't know if she still is, but that's a little background on Tiffany Fox. And I'm wondering if they actually, because they talked about her last episode and they showed her this episode. I wonder if she's going to eventually be a cast member of the show. I don't know. So anyway, they were just talking about the BK situation, because like I said, Tiffany Fox is the one who called her and told her that, he was being messy in the bar and things like that. So Tiffany was saying to Sierra, I think they just be needing somebody to stroke their ego. Sierra was like, I don't need no nigga like that. I need a nigga that know what he want. This and that. So Tiffany Fox was like, yeah, you need some a nigga that got some rich nigga energy. Some shit she said to that effect. Then you hear like the door slam, and Sierra like, who that? Did you hear my door? We all heard your door, Sierra. We all heard it. So it's BK. So she was like, oh my God, you broke in. You broke in. He was like, how can you break in with a kid? Now, I ain't gonna lie. This scene it did not look real. She could not hold in her laugh. It was just like a weird scene because they were laughing. She was acting like she was all in her feelings, but her face wasn't matching what she was saying. It was just all over the goddamn place. So she confronted him about, why you here? She was like, I don't want you here. You always in them bitches' faces and this and the other. He was like, I can't help it if I'm a nice looking guy. In his confessional, he gonna talk about, girl, I can't help it if I'm nice little good looking guys. Girl, please. So he gonna sit up there and talk about, it was in the club. It's girls gonna be in the club. I wasn't messing with them girls. It was just like, same old nonsense from how these men talking or whatever like that. It wasn't no substance to it. He had a smile on his face the whole goddamn time. She was smiling. It was just a hot ass mess. It was just a hot ass goddamn mess. So she will sit up there and say, yeah, and I know you heard that Paris' birthday party is happening, and I don't want to see you there. I don't want to see you there. I'm like, who the fuck cares? Like, I don't know. It was just a weird scene to me. It did not seem real or whatever like that. And I don't know. Like, they kind of threw me the hell off. So he ended up leaving after, she was fucking with him for about 5 minutes. He ended up leaving. And so she was like, come on, friend, let's turn up. So she started throwing money at Tiffany Fox, and Tiffany Fox started twerking. I'm like, we really doing this right now? Are we really doing this? But I guess we was. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so now we had the girls. Kendra invited all the girls for like a spa day. And then at night, they're going to go to like her bachelorette party. So it's going to be nice. So Kendra said that, she excited, to get everybody together. She was like, her and Jack haven't been on the same page for a while. She was like, but she's just, ready to, embrace getting married, kick her feet up, and just enjoy it or whatever. She was like, she even don't even mind Carly messy ass being there. Because I was kind of shocked that Carly would be coming to her bachelorette party and things like that, knowing that her and Jock, messed around. So Sierra had got them all together with like the makeup and things like that. They had got their nails, feet done, a whole little shebang. So we see Kendra's mother is there, and also Jock mother is there, and you can't miss Jock mother because she look exactly like him with a wig. Okay, yes she do. I'm like, oh, okay. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna say anything else. Oh, okay. Jock in the wig. That's all I'm gonna say. So she had whispered to Kendra's mother, talk about, I think she said bitch, or I don't like that girl over there. She was like, who? She was talking about Carly. She can't stand Carly ass. I'm like, oh my goodness. Even her mom don't like her. Oh my goodness. So Rashida was saying how, she's starting to get to know Kendra and she like her. She's starting to be one of the homegirls. She said hopefully, they can redo the ski trip and Kendra can come along. They can just kick their feet up. But they all just want to have fun tonight, kick their feet up. It's at a drag show. They celebrating her, Kendra, and upcoming nuptials at a drag show. And what's more fun than a drag show with drag queens? That's like the best thing ever. Anyway, so they all there, and the show hasn't gotten started yet before the ladies had go get a drink. So who was it? Shekinah had said, I'm surprised we here, and Spice was like, well, why you say that? She was like, well, after everything that happened last year, I'm glad, glad to see that they made it. So Carly, messy ass, gonna talk about, yeah, well, I hope he changed or something like that. So Shekinah was like, well, people change. Carly was like, well, people do change, but I don't know about Jock. Now, Carly, if you're gonna be bringing that kind of energy to these people, nuptials, wedding, ceremonies, parties, upcoming, celebrating their wedding, stay home. Don't nobody want that. Kendra know exactly what she got. If she is okay and she's happy at the moment, let Kendra be happy at the moment. Keep your Debbie down the ass where you go. Take yourself home, because I'm pretty sure you had a lot of people telling you about that guy going Arkansas Mo, but you still went there with him. So we're not trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear it. That's why his mom don't like your messy ass. Mama know. Anyway, so the drag queen came over and asked Kendra, when she getting married. So she said, I think she said in April. She was like, oh, let me see your ring. She was like, I'm going to take that ring. So then she walks off. She was like, I hope the dick is worth it. That's what. So everybody just started laughing. But y'all should have seen Kendra's mother. She was clutching her goddamn old pearls. Because Kendra stated in the scene that her mom is like, her brother is like a pastor. Kendra's brother is like a pastor. And I think her mom is heavy in this church. So that wasn't her scene. But mom, if that wasn't your scene, I know you trying to support your daughter, but you could have supported your daughter at the spa and said, I'm going to pass on a goddamn drag show with all the drinking, cussing, dancing, carrying on. If that ain't your scene, Kendra wouldn't have mind because she know. But on the other hand, young Jock mom was turning the fuck up, okay? Yes, she was. Oh my God. Because they played Jock's song, Meet Me in the Club. It's going down. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was a banger back in the day. Even the dance, it's going down. However that shit go. I ain't no rapper. Anyway, so they was all, dancing, everything like that. Even Jock mom, the camera had cut the Jock mom, and she was doing, that dance they was doing, like they like riling up the, the bike or what, like the motorcycle bike, that dance. Jock mom had that dance down pat. You could tell every time they played that song at the dag on barbecue in the house, mommy got up and was jamming, okay? Because she hit the floor. Everybody was having a good old time, and then they cut to Kendra mom. When I tell y'all, it was crickets. That's how silent it was. Oh my goodness, that shit was funny as heck. But she didn't ruin nobody's time. But in her mind, she was judging them. She probably gonna tell Kendra a little thing or two once they get, to the house. But like I said again, Mom, that wasn't your element. You ain't had to be there. You ain't had to be there. That was the funniest scene ever on the show. It was fun. But all the girls had a good old time. I had fun watching it. And Cardi didn't mess nothing up for anybody, even though that she tried, she tried to be a Debbie Downer, but she ain't do it in front of Kendra, because Kendra probably would have cursed her ass out. So now we got Bambi, Scrap, and Scrap mother. They at the house. They waiting on Momma Dee, because apparently Momma Dee pissed off because Scrappy posted on his social media that Bambi was pregnant, but he didn't think to tell his mother before he did it. So he said it's all Momma Dee's fault. In his confessional, he said it's all Momma Dee's fault because she got the family all strangled when she, pulled out the obituary. But it's how he said it. I like to hit the damn floor. Momma Dee was wrong shit for that goddamn obituary. So CeCe there at the house with him, and she was saying to Bambi how, she don't want to be bothered with that bitch. So Bambi was like, well, what you telling me for? Like, it's just the way she talk about Momma Dee in front of Scrap, because I didn't see Scrappy checking CeCe, but like I said, he might like giving her a pass because Momma Dee did come out of, left field what they got there going obituary. So Momma Dee ended up coming, and I forgot what happened, what made Momma Dee start talking shit to CeCe, but she said to her, Momma Dee said to her, she was like, you know what? I apologize for giving you a human obituary. I should have gave you a pet one. Had left your ass at the pet cemetery. Some fly stuff Momma Dee said with her goddamn mouth. And then CeCe was like, I got something for your ass too. So she pulled out a goddamn voodoo doll. And Momma Dee saying, I know you do voodoo because you from Louisiana. So CeCe was like, yeah, I poked the pin in it. You feel that? You feel that? Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Them two old hags, they are really beefing with each other. They ain't faking it. They can't stand each other. And it's sad because they as old as they are, but it's like a train wreck that you can't turn away from either. So I'm like, oh shit. So that was a hot daggone mess. So Bambi ended up Scrappy pulled Momma Dee into the back room, and Bambi ended up coming in, so they were talking, and basically Momma Dee apologized, and she said, listen, the iron is hot right now. She was like, the fire is hot. She was like, y'all gonna have to wait till that pan cool off, and then we'll be able to have a conversation, and we can talk as, grandparents of these grandkids or whatever. She was like, but y'all gonna have to let it cool off for a minute. So I understand Momma Dee, because Momma Dee like, listen, we gonna have to get past this, but not right now. Y'all gonna have to let me work through my process. Y'all gonna have to work through my process. Because and Bambi mom was saying, she said to Bambi, I can't stand it, bitch. Bambi was like, well, why you telling me? Like, Bambi, because that's your mom. Like, that's why she telling you. Anyway, so Momma Dee was like, I'm sorry to put y'all through it. I apologize because, Scrappy had said to Momma Dee, it's really hurtful what you had put, her on that obituary. She was like, she already lost one parent. He was like, that's not cool. He was like, I would have lost that if somebody would have did that, to you. He was like, so put yourself in Bambi's shoes. And Momma Dee was like, you're right. She was like, she apologized. She said she shouldn't have done it. And she's, was telling Bambi how, she apologized. She shouldn't have done it. And, when things cool down, she is going to talk to her and they're going to get it together. And Bambi was like, well, she was kind of shocked. She was like, she said, I'm shocked that you would say that. She was like, I didn't, think that you would have that perspective on it. She was like, but I'm happy. And they all made up, not CeCe yet, but Bambi and Scrappy and Momma Dee. So, but Momma Dee was mad at him. She was like, you go shut up, Scrappy, because you ain't even tell me. He was like, well, why would I be coming to tell you after you done did what you did? Like, Momma Dee is a goddamn mess. But Momma Dee ain't look bad in this episode. She looked pretty good. She really did. So she was saying that she was having, that she had to go home because she had his niece and nephew, because one of the teachers at the school had got that big R, that Roro, and she had to keep the kids, I guess, because they wasn't going to school, due to, the virus that we all dealing with right now. Because she was like, she did make a comment. She was like, because last week we didn't know nothing about it. So they must have was taping these episodes like right when everything first broke out. So I was glad that they kind of touched on it, because I didn't know how far in advance they taped, but it was good that they did, mention it in the episode. That damn Momma Dee is a goddamn mess. So moving on now, we asked Sierra daughter, sweet 15th birthday. I guess she was calling like a Parisian 15th birthday party or whatever the heck it was. Anyway, so all the girls are there. Well, not all the girls, but a good bit of the girls there. Tokyo was there. They were having a good little time. So Sierra gonna sit up there and tell them that BK broke in her house. So when she told them, they was like, no, he didn't break in your house, because they was Baby said that's what went wrong. You should have got the keys first. No, he didn't break in your house. Stop trying to make it seem like that man broke in your house. So Shooter, he came in there. Sierra was, playing with her son, because she was like, oh, you act like, she was like, when you with me, you let me hug all on you, but now you act like you don't want me to be bothered. Now, is it me, or did y'all see one of Paris' girlfriends? She couldn't take her eyes off what was going on over the adult side, instead of keeping her eyes over where her friends was at. She was just trying to get some camera time or something. I don't know. So her and Shooter was talking a little bit. She was like, yeah, I'm glad you're there. She was like, I'm glad you came, because I want to talk to you. So I guess they wanted to both reveal the gift that they got Paris together. So Shekinah was like, oh, y'all, don't they look cute? She was saying amongst the girls, she was like, don't they look cute together? They should get together. So then she started saying, oh, y'all need to get back together. Y'all look cute together. She was like, look at Sierra. Ain't she a Barbie? You ain't gonna get nobody better than her. She pretty. You ain't none of your girlfriends gonna be compared to Sierra. I'm like, okay, Sierra ain't no Barbie doll, but however you want to, spice it up, then you do what you gotta do. So, Shooter was saying in his confession, he was like, I ain't, messing around with that, this and the other, and I'm not feeding into what, they saying. So they end up announcing, for the kids to come outside. So when they came outside, it was Sierra and Shooter bought their daughter like a Audi Jeep. I'm like, damn, that's a nice Jeep. I wouldn't mind having that for myself. Sierra, can you buy me one? No. I'm just kidding. But it was nice. So, her daughter was upset. Her friends seemed to be excited for her. And, it was a, good thing to see her daughter happy after everything that was taking place. Her getting jumped, by another classmate and her mom. Like, so that was good that Sierra was able to put a smile on her daughter's face. So, all that's coming up. BK come walking up. Now, she already told his ass don't show up, which we knew he was going to show up anyway. So he came bearing gifts. So he was like, in his professional, he said he wanted to come because, Sierra's daughter mean a lot to him. So he brought her some nice diamond earrings. They were nice. But he also was coming bearing gifts for Sierra. So Sierra was like, oh, what's this? I ain't trying to take no gifts, and you think you're going to be able to get your way out of it. But it wasn't the gift that she thought it was, because he had, homeboy done brought some daggone, he brought a condom. Now, I thought he was out of line for bringing that shit to her daughter party. See, that's what I'm saying. That's when you messing with these fuck niggas, because it's a time and a place for stuff, and that wasn't the time. He ain't respect you, and he ain't respect your daughter. So I'm losing a little bit more respect for Sierra a little bit, because you should not be messing with him after he pulled that shit, because he did that in front of your daughter on her special day, but he also did it in front of her friends as well. Like, come on, he just made a spectacle of the whole situation. And then Shooter, you didn't come out and check that nigga? Like, oh my God, I don't know. I just don't understand people. I just don't understand it. So anyway, he ended up, so she was like, well, why would you bring a condom? Why would you do that? What's this about? So basically he was like, she dragging his name around town like he out here doing dirt. He was like, but I ain't. He was like, she got some stuff going on too. So they share passwords, and he seen that she was DMing and actually texting back and forth, shooter too. And he said her baby father. So he even printed the goddamn text messages. So all the girls, they like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't. He wrong for that. Like, so Sierra started flipping out on them and things like that. Sierra ended up going back into to the party, and because she was upset. So Shekinah was like, why would you do that? You know everything that Paris going through and everything that she got going on with Paris, and you come do that, She was, chewing them out. And he ain't really had no too many words, for her. Then Tokyo started getting with him. Tokyo ended up throwing her pocketbook. He ended up throwing the pocketbook. And it was a hot-ass mess. A hot-ass mess. Security ended up making him, like the producer security made him end up getting in the car and him driving away. Sierra and them went out. They was like, oh, this bitch-ass nigga. Like, yes, he was. Like, he is, I don't know. There's no way I would still be messing with him. That's just me. There's no way I would be messing with him. Well, that's all I got for this episode. If you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to holler at your girl. Bye.